What up, y'all? Casting 495 celebrities worldwide, C4CW. So, picking up where I left off, Val Valiant Thor. I'm out here. You can hear the crickets. It's like crickets. Yeah. So, anyway, point is, I've been talking about Val Valiant Thor. A lot of y'all don't know about Val Valiant Thor. And I reached out to Sue. I reached out to Secure Team 10 and I said, hey, listen, I have this idea. No one's ever done this before. And I kept sending motherfucking email, DMs and shit to no avail. So I'll just do it myself. So what people don't talk about is Val Valiant Thor came down to Earth from apparently Venus. And he was considered a stranger at the Pentagon. So the Pentagon admitted him and was like, yo, we'll let you be a guest at the Pentagon for as many years as however you like want to be on Earth. Because, man, they were trying to figure out, they're like, dude, are you for real? Is this some type of hallucination? Blah, 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 blah. And then they were like, this dude kept saying, like, yo, I'm from Venus or wherever the fuck he's from, Saturn. I don't know. I've seen different reports. But the point is that he's from some other planet, right? So our military tried to use a high energy laser to penetrate, that is, affect and impact his attire, his clothing, to no avail. They were like, yo, can we take a piece of your clothing? He's like, yeah, go ahead, fucking, I don't give a shit. So they did, and they were like, let's use a high energy lethal laser and try to like kill his clothes. So they did, and shit never fucking worked. It was just like, oh my god, it's impervious to lasers. I mean, why would you go to a different fucking planet, right, as an interstellar traveler and have some shit that is like weak? So we, America, USA, under Dwight Eisenhower, tried to use some lasers to like laser up, dice up this motherfucker's shit. Didn't work. His clothing was like, I don't care about high energy lethal lasers. You guys are fucking stupid. Like, you're stupid humans. And so people were befuddled, like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, we can't even like kill his clothes. Like, what do we do? And we'll just follow him around. So what it comes down to is that Val Valiant Thor, when you like see the whole like declassified doc, that's the documentary and the documents, he came from a planet like Venus or Saturn or one of the two or multiple. And he was like, hey, look, man, you guys are fucking dysfunctional. Totally fucking stupid. I mean, I like you guys, but you're humans, and obviously I'm here on a mission, so I have some countermeasures in place at work. You're not going to be doing any kind of stupid shit. Like, you know, humans are fucking dumb, dude. Like Phil Schneider. Let's talk about Phil Schneider. All right, I'm going to go off on a tangent here. Phil Schneider. He was supposedly like a geological fucking scientist, whatever, engineer. Geological engineer, let's say. And he was cleared in at like Area 51, right? Fucking with aliens and shit. And the story is that, you know, he goes on to say, like, yeah, the aliens, they were entombed for like 400 years or hundreds of years and shit, right? And then he's talking about, oh, they're dirty and they stank. They smell and the stench and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, Phil Schneider, if he's an engineer, that means that he probably, should have a degree. But maybe he doesn't. Maybe he has special needs or something. But whatever. He was talking shit about aliens. And he's got a little pea shooter, which means that he shoots lead out of his, like, sidearm, right? So he goes on and on and on and on, Phil Schneider. I don't feel bad about the dude. I can't. I just fucking can't. Not only, listen, I have rednecks in my family. I'm a half white guy. But Phil Schneider talks about how these aliens were embedded in S4, somewhere at Area 51 to the south, whatever. Somewhere around Groom Lake, Papoose, whatever. Fucking Nevada, right? So he's talking about Green Berets and Black Berets and all this esoteric shit. Like, really? Black? I never even knew that there were Black Berets. Okay, Black Berets, Brown Berets, Green Berets, Red Berets, whatever. Special Forces. And how these people fucking die. Well, it's like Phil Schneider, hey, listen, man. Listen, you're a geological fucking engineer, right? You're blowing out all these, and he talked about math. That's the other thing. He talked about math. He's talking about cubic footage and all this shit, like blowing out, blasting, and excavating certain cubic meters and frontage of all these different areas of, like, whatever, somewhere in Nevada, right? So when you listen to him, you're like, oh, okay, right, okay, so the government was blowing away shit. We're using our tools on Earth, like blowing shit up, like, because the aliens are down below, right? Well, they're obviously hidden there, dude, and they're obviously tucked away, and they obviously don't want to be fucked with, dude. And then you go on to say they're the stench, and maybe they're carrying AIDS, and fucking they're bringing diseases to Earth and shit. But you never say to yourself, you never say to yourself, these are advanced, intelligent life forms from another planet, and they came here through light years to even fucking get here. Maybe they're here to help you, save you, because they traveled thousands of light years to get here, like the great alien says in Project Blue Book. I know the dude in fucking Canada who made the video. I got the intel on this shit. But from Project Blue Book, MJ12, from, you know, what it's derived, is basically recreating the scenario in which aliens came to Earth. And they're telling fucking Dwight Eisenhower, look, we can and I said rejuvenate, I mean reanimate, it's the same thing. Anabiosis, regeneration, reanimation, regeneration, reanimation. Basically, human cells die, right? Necrosis, whatever, something fucking happens, and then these human cells die. I'm talking about biological cells of human, like, biological beings, right? You have a cell, it's cellular, and then there's cellular death, which is known as necrosis, right? Black widow, fucking poisonous, venomous spider, bites a nigga, and then necrosis sets in, turns black, you know, lack of oxygen, cellular death, blah, 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 blah. It's basic fucking math, dude. I learned that shit when I was in fucking junior fucking high school, elementary school. So Phil Schneider goes on record and is talking about, you know, bragging and boasting and saying, well, I'm a geological engineer scientist at fucking Area 51 and I got all these security clearances, blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, okay, that's cool. You're a G. But then you're talking about, but they brought diseases, maybe. It's indeterminate. Who fucking knows? And I'm like, whoa, terrific. It's a thrill to hear you on camera. Wow, this shit is terrific, wonderful, awesome. It's thrilling, blah, 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 from the vocab of One Third Grove. Yeah, that's cool, dude. Like, I hear your narrative. Like, I'm supposed to believe that these aliens that came down from fucking some star system to Earth, and you have a security clearance, which means you're supposed to be, like, open-minded and have, like, higher knowledge and, like, be higher educated. And then you're talking about they have diseases and they bring diseases and stuff like this. I mean, even astronauts who were part of the Apollo mission and subsequent missions and prior missions, it's like, dude, you're really kind of, like, emphasizing that these ETs are some way and somehow they're diseased, like they're disgusting and sick and gross and obscene. Well, really, Phil Schneider? Really, motherfucking bitch? Well, how is that if they come here from some other Earth timeline through a wormhole? Like, do you really think that they're that disgusting and that gross and that sick and that pathogenic? I mean, shut up, bitch. I mean, fuck you, dude. And you're like, yeah, and so I reached for my sidearm because the black berets and the green, but whatever his fucking story is, and I know his son's alive, and blah, 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 fucking blah, yada, yada, yada. Listen, I'm a scientist, dude. I went to college for science, for math, for engineering, technology, mathematics, and all this kind of shit. And I'm not even bragging. I'm not even fucking bragging, dude. I'm taking a piss. So, The point is, it's like, if you work at Area 51, Papoose, Groom Lake, somewhere fucking near Area 51, at Area 51, somewhere within the proximity, vicinity of Area 51, I can see all the shit. I know how it works. I know how it flows. I know how it operates. I know how it functions. I'm like, right, okay, Phil Schneider, you want for me to find, like, you know, yeah, I'm supposed to, animus and empathy and sympathy and all this kind of shit, right? Right? Because you got a sidearm and, like, it's there in case something, you need to do something, like pull out your pea shooter, right? Oh, yeah, you're so scared by these aliens that fucking came from outer space. Well, if you're at Area 51, period, okay, and you're a geological engineer blasting out certain cubic units of fucking of granular matter, okay, Phil, I'm sorry you're dead, but listen, let's keep it real. Granular matter, okay, granite rock, sediment, whatever, dude, I'm a scientist. I've seen this shit. I know the data, Phil. Up. Okay, Philip. Okay, right. So, you're blasting away and you're talking about all this shit. You're so fucking cued in and coded in and like, yeah, like you're doing what we call excavation, Phil Schneider. We call that excavation. Right. So many cubic centimeters and cubic miles and cubic this. Right. It's a 3. It's a triangle. It's like 1, 2, 3, right? It is multidimensional. It is cubic in nature. You're talking about shit that's basic math to like basic baby shit. It's infantile. Okay, Phil. Right. So, yeah, I'm hearing you like, oh, and I was a geological scientist. This is assigned to fucking Area 51, blah, 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 and I was blasting out so many cubic miles of fucking space, and we're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. Right. And then you're like, and then I got my pea shooter sidearm on my side. And then, but they didn't tell us, the government didn't tell us that there were aliens. I say aliens because I like to say alien. Aliens, okay, that were down below, encamped for many hundreds of years. Right, because they probably made you. They probably made your animatronic body, Phil. Right? Now, I know people like Grove, that's so fucking wrong and disrespectful. Phil Schneider was special needs. He had a security clearance, but he had some type of like mental deficiency. Really? Did he? Did he? I see no indication of that. All I know is that he sounds like a redneck. And he's talking about like he's a scientist, like blowing up rock. I'm blowing up rock at Area 51. And these aliens, they stink and they're fucking garbage. And they brought pathogens. They're pathogenic and they're fucking diseased. Listen, I'm once a Grove, dude. Clearances to me, dude. Like, if you guys have listened to the shit that I talk about, I've been at a lot of government facilities, installations, and whatnot. And what I don't even need to impress upon y'all is that I have more fucking outer space, extraterrestrial, off-world intel than a lot of fucking niggas. I do. There are like 36 levels of classified information above and beyond the President of the United States. So Phil, you have a clearance. You have certain obligations. Fucking bitch. I know you're dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're racist and, you're a dick and a bitch and fuck you. And because here's why. I'm going to explain it. You're probably like, Grove, that's really insensitive. How could you? Listen, I've seen every word in the English fucking language. Listen, man. I study everything. Okay? Classified shit, unclassified shit. I study shit. So I know that Phil's a bitch. Okay? It's like, I don't care about him. You know why? Because if he has an above top secret security clearance, which the story has it that he did, and that's what he said he did, right? And then he's like, yeah, the Greys, they smell like shit. They're fucking stank breath. and fuck gray aliens. It's like, really, Phil? You smell like shit to fucking grays, bitch. You smell like garbage. You smell like stench. You are stench. You smell like fucking trash. Why are you talking shit about advanced aliens that have anti-gravity? Fucking Jake. And then people are like, Grove. And I get it. Every time somebody's a piece of shit, there's a counter argument. There's an argument. Like, Grove, he's special needs. Really? He's special needs? Phil Schneider is special fucking needs, but he's entrusted with the security of Area 51? I'm not fucking buying it. I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for fucking Phil Schneider. I can't. He's got his little pea shooter. Hey, Phil, look, there is a field of energy that's emanated by a flying disc. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm Phil Schneider. I'm going to pull out my pea shooter and I'm going to shoot at the aliens because they brought AIDS to Earth and they're carrying diseases and they're fucking wretched, ratchet. They're fucking disturbing, ugly, disturbing fucking pieces of garbage from some other star system. Like, I'm going to shoot them with my pea shooter. Shut the fuck up, bitch. So, here's what Phil Schneider does. Phil Schneider pulls out his pea shooter. Okay? Look, listen, I'm a rhyme traveler. Okay? I'm not going to, okay, Mandela effect, okay? I'm not going to explain too much here other than what is, like, required for the purpose of explaining my position with regard to, that is, in terms of the incident that I'm referring to. Okay? I mean, because, man, I've been involved in all kinds of covert, clandestine operations, man, and I operate in an unstructured environment. And yes, the government, man, that is the U.S. government on this timeline, monitors every fucking thing that I say. And it's not a human. It's not me. See, look, listen, I'm not conceited like Phil Schneider. Nah. I know, dude, that it has nothing to do with, like, a personal, like, human being who's sitting there at the other end of communication, like, listening in, like, Stasi, like Eastern European, like, Eastern Germany. No. I know that it's a mathematical algorithm. It's a supercomputer that monitors all of us. So, knowing that, because I am a G, and because I bring to you interstellar, outer space, interdimensional, extra-dimensional, paradimensional, ultra-dimensional intelligence, hyper-surveillance information. You might be like, whoa, bro, that's a mouthful. That sounds so weird. Like, what? You're so far flung. And I'm like, yeah, patooey. Okay? Now, first of all, I've never been schizo. If you've ever seen the movie V is for Visitors, what I know is what's been here forever. You can't fight it. So give it up, man. Shut the fuck up. Stop being a bitch. You can't fight aliens that came here. Maybe even had a hand in your development. Because, man, straight the fuck up, dude. If they ain't... Have you seen the island of Mr. Magoo? Okay? He had a little wand. He had a little device. If the creations got out of control, he just hit the little wand and it would send out a little sonic frequency. And it would interfere with their, like, operation. They'd be like, we are animatronics. Mr. Magoo, press the button. We must stop. Like Westworld. Yeah, I know. Ultimately, they ate him alive. Spoiler alert. Island of Mr. Magoo, he dies. They eat his fucking brain socket. They're like, nom, 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 nom. Mr. Magoo, you're so tasty. You're dead now. Fuck you, Mr. Magoo. So then you got to harken back. You got to think about that in relation to Phil Schneider. Well, Phil Schneider, you work at Area 51. And what you're saying is that the aliens are so dangerous. They bring diseases to Earth. Okay? Whoa, I'm so swayed and I'm so scared, Mr. Phil Schneider, with your security clearance. Because you're a geological scientist and you're blowing out fucking cubic meters of rock, whether it be like hundreds, thousands of meters, some mega structure, megalithic, okay, paleolithic, whatever, bitch. But the one thing that you go on to say, motherfucker, with your security clearance in your open mind, Phil Schneider, is that the aliens, who, since you're so mathematical, you ought to know they traveled thousands of light years to get here. Because you can cite, you can say, you can talk about the cubic meters of rock that you've blown out and destroyed. And then you're like, but I have my trusty pea shooter of lead on my side. And I shot at aliens. And yes, they are mortal. And yes, they can die. Really, fucking Phil? Really smart guy with the security clearance at Area 51? Really, they're the ones that are diseasing the earth? It's not you when you take a shit and you don't wash your fucking hands, asshole. No. AIDS, really? You're gonna attribute that like diseases? I know your son's still alive. I don't give a shit about legal litigation because I know what you said. And what you said was this, bitch. The diseases on Earth right now were brought here by advanced extraterrestrial biological entities. And you pulled out your trusty pea shooter, pew, 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 and you shot a couple of them and they died. Wow. Why would you shoot aliens, Phil Schneider, from another star system? You don't know if they've been alive for millions of eons, zillions of eons, and maybe they're just synthetic beings they don't die, and they've been around forever. But you decided to pull out your pea shooter because your story is that the reason is that you shot at those entities is that they have diseases. I kind of think it's the other way around. Phil, I think that even though you're dead, I think you're the one with the diseases. And I'm just being a fucking rational scientist. Right, because you're blowing out metric fucking units of rock, granite, right, for some aliens that are underground. And then you're telling a story on the surface. Yeah, and then the stank and the stench. And then, you know, they're the ones. And then they brought AIDS and HIV and diseases because I'm Phil Schneider. So I pulled out my trusty pea shooter. Really? How do you work at Area 51 with the pea shooter in the first place? Phil, I know you're dead now, but how do you work at Area 51 with the pea shooter? Who hires you, Phil, to work at Area 51 with the pea shooter? Look, there's a disc, and look, there's a cigar-shaped craft, and look, there's one of these other crafts from another star system that is impervious to my pea shooter lead. Pew, pew, pew. Look, there's another one. There are so many. There's like over a dozen different like spacecraft that are impervious to my pea shooter lead. Pew, 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 pew. So you're going to shoot one of these aliens who has nothing to do with your stupid ass fucking bigoted fucking redneck life. You're so stupid. Oh, here's an innocent tall white gray, and I know that this being, if I shoot it, its flesh is going to spew forth like bile. Pew, 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 pew. So you shoot one of these things, but you're a scientist, Phil Schneider. Yeah, you're so smart, Phil. You're gonna shoot a being from another planet with your pea shooter. So when you do that, that being is like peon human, stupid close-minded fucking reject peon, blue wave countermeasures fry his fucking fingers off. So they burned your fingers off, Phil Schneider. Which I would do too, because you're a fucking peon. You have this clearance, you're at Area 51, you're supposed to be so smart, you talk about all the math. Yeah, so many cubic, units of, matter and mass. We blew it up, and I'm an excavation scientist, and I'm blowing up, so many, cubic centimeters and meters of, granite rock and sediment, and I'm a fucking scientist. Oh, hold on, there's a biological life form from another star system. Hold on, let me pull out my human pea shooter. Pew, 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 pew. Whoops, my fingers got fucking blown off by a blue laser light. And I can't function with my fingers and my arms anymore. I don't feel sorry for you, fucking idiot. You stupid fucking goddamn piece of shit. I'm sorry, you're a piece of shit at this point. I am sorry that you're a piece of shit at this point. Now, I'm sorry that you're a piece of shit at this point, Phil. I'm sorry for you, but I'm not really fucking sorry for you. You're a goddamn fucking piece of shit trash. Oh yeah, they brought the diseases. Maybe you're the disease. They fried your fucking fingers off with the blue laser light. Yeah. So the point is this. Phil. You fucked up. You're a bitch. You fucked up. You're a bitch. You're a scumbag. You're a piece of trash trying to kill and killing life forms from another star system that spent eons to come here, and you think there are no repercussions. Well, here are the repercussions. You got your fucking stupid, stubby, ugly, dirty, fucking scummy, diseased fucking fingers burned off. And not only that, Phil, but you supposedly have some top security clearance to work at Area 51. Well, you're dead, bitch. I'm just saying, I don't care. Oh, the aliens, they're so dirty. Really, are they dirty or are you dirty, you motherfucker? Hey, is it male, female that you killed with the pea shooter? Pew, pew, pew. Something's from another star system. I'm Phil Schneider. I'm so smart. Huh? I don't know. Stench. It smells so disgusting. Pew, pew, pew with my pea shooter. Oh, it's dying. It's leaking fucking, I don't know, bile. They brought diseases to Earth. Maybe you're the disease that was brought to Earth. Have you ever thought about... Oh, Phil, wait, hold on. Your fingers don't exist. They got burned off. And now you're nubby. And now... Oh, wait, you died. Yeah, you're dead now. Am I supposed to feel fucking sorry for you, you fucking piece of shit? Phil, I don't. Hey, Phil, why don't you travel to another star system? And when you end up on that planetary system, how about whatever's on that planet is like, oh, filth from Earth, pew, 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 with the laser beam, and they blow your fucking face into fucking oblivion. Yeah, how about they obliterate you? I don't care about you, dude. You died, you're a dick, you're a piece of shit. You think that these other things, beings, entities that are fucking hyper advanced, millions, zillions of eons more advanced than you, you think that you have the right to pull the trigger with your peon pea shooter. Pew, 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 pew. Hey, Phil, they burned your fucking fingers off. What did you expect? You killed someone's wife, someone's husband. Phil, I'm sorry, dude. I don't feel sorry for you. You know, I thought you worked at Area 51. I thought that you were so smart. I thought that you were a scientist. I thought you were a geological, survey expert, excavating, and that is decimating, that is blowing out, that is, using explosives to explode certain cubic meters of, space. For what, Phil? For your entertainment? Yeah. Well, you killed somebody's wife, you killed somebody's husband, and they fried your fucking fingers off. And then you didn't stop. You kept talking shit, and then they came and they strangled you to death. Phil, I don't feel sorry for you, dude. You're a fucking piece of shit.
You really are, bitch.